Hi. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Good morning. Let's get the chat down here where everybody can see. There's Random from Australia. I don't think they roll their R's in Australia, but that's okay. We'll still do it anyway. I like coffee and maybe 3 people. That's your favorite mug, buddy. I think if Terry gets on, he's gonna love what national day it is today. He'll be the focal point of this particular celebration. Let's get our coffee mug is the best. Alrighty, let's see here. There's Ramesh. I'll type this in. Boom. There we go. Now we got the poll up there. And there's Liz. Good morning, Liz. Thanks for joining me. As always, it's nice. 45.85 is still going up. It's kind of stuck there, though. And like it made it to a point in the subscriber count and it just stopped. It was like, not doing anything anymore. I don't know. But anyway, it'll be fine. We're doing good. It's Monday. It's National Mac and Cheese Day. For those of you that like to participate in what national day it is today. It's also chaos is not one of the answers. Oh man, sorry about that. I apologize, Liz. I should remember that for next time. Mac and Cheese Day, and it's also National Nude Day. So you can combine those two if you want. Eat your mac and cheese with no clothes on. That's entirely up to you. I would suggest you do it in the comfort of your own home with the curtains closed. That would be my advice. Unless you're part of a nudist colony and they're just serving up mac and cheese to everybody, which just seems really weird to me. I don't know. Oh no, Addie had an injury this weekend. What happened? That's good. Good coffee anyway. Never had mac and cheese. It's super simple but very tasty. Super simple, very tasty. Terry, it's National Mac and Cheese Day, and it's also National Nude Day. So I don't know if you can do those things in your truck while driving across the country or not, or even simultaneously. But more power to you if you choose to do so. It's all about you, buddy. Oh no! Tough little kids. They just bounce right back. She'll be fine. They're like rubber bands. They bounce off walls. They bounce off the floor. They bounce off all kinds of things. Each other. And like, oh, I didn't feel too great. And then next thing you know, they're running around again. So it's good. And Terry's nude now. We do not want to see. We respectfully decline, Terry, in seeing your nudity. No, no, no. I don't even like seeing myself naked. So I can't imagine seeing somebody that other. Yeah. uh, oh, she doesn't want to watch me today? Addie. Addie, come on. You know you want to say hi. Hope you have a good day too, Liz. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But you get the mac and cheese and you get it in a box, which is kids love the stuff in the box. And then they come out with this deluxe mac and cheese you can buy that's in a box as well, but it's still mac and cheese in a box, you know? Now, if you're really going to make good mac and cheese, you need to get the blocks of cheese. You need to shred it, and you need to put it on the stove, and you need to cook it. You know, it takes some time. It takes like an hour to make, or it takes 5 minutes to eat it. That type of thing. And put some garlic in there with it and other stuff. That's some good mac and cheese. See you later, Liz. Hey, how's it going? Can you get a crown today? It's your birthday. Well, it depends on how much you chat. So those who chat and participate in the conversation the most, it's decided by YouTube. I don't get to pick who gets a crown. You have to participate vigorously in the chat to get the little crown next to your name. Oh, we got a subscriber. Awesome, thanks. Juice and Lead and King Von. I'm not sure what that is, Brit and Joey. Extinction and stentaction. I can't even say that word. Something happened. I'm not sure. Well, there's Michael Richards. Everybody's saying hi. But there's a cool little story. This happened in, where did it happen? In Switzerland or something like that. The Swiss Alps. Some guys walk around in the Swiss Alps, and then he falls in a hole in this glacier. He has a little walkie-talkie. He calls for help. They have a hard time finding him, but his little chihuahua stays by the hole, and they spot the chihuahua, and they were able to find him and save him. So they give credit to the dog for hanging out and not running away. And my question is, why did he have the chihuahua with him in the Alps hiking around? You know, I don't understand. There it is, the little chihuahua that saved the guy's life by hanging out and not abandoning his master, as they call it. Well, you are master. If you have a pet, you are its master. And there it is, little guy with its fuzzy little ears out there on a glacier with his owner. And why they were walking through the Swiss Alps, and I don't know who would bring a chihuahua to the Swiss Alps, but this guy did, and it paid off. So there you go. Take your dogs places, people. So yeah, it's a why I don't. It doesn't go into that much about it. I can show it again. So there's the dog, and there's a story. It's all on the Good News Network if you guys want to look it up. Anybody new to the channel, but he was carrying his walkie-talkie and his dog, and there's the rescue where they finally put a hoist and got down into the hole and rescued the guy out of there. Obviously, the Chihuahua didn't want to hang around with the helicopter and all this other stuff going on, but yep, they rescued the guy. Rescued the guy because of that little doggy. Love your furry friends. A cat wouldn't stay around, I have to say. If you had carrying your cat on a hiking trip through the Swiss Alps probably wouldn't happen in the first place, but if it did, I don't think the cat would hang around, especially if a helicopter's flying over. You have cats bigger than him? I believe it. Aw, your little doggy passed away. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I had a little chihuahua. Her name was Bella, and she liked to play fetch. And she sat in my lap all the time. If I could take her to the store, she'd sit in my lap in the car, everywhere. Now Robert, German Shepherd, he wants to sit in my lap too, and he only gets half of his body in my lap because he's that big. And I made a little video about him last night, or yesterday, I should say, about his little door, his little window in the fence. And so that was a cool little DIY video that I put together. Chihuahuas, dogs are the worst. I don't know. I mean, the little Chihuahua I had, she was awesome. She didn't like freak out on people and bark and snap. She was super friendly and lovable, and she likes to run around and play, and she played fetch and stuff. I'd throw things down the hallway. She'd go after it, and she would play. She would sleep with me. She'd walk around with me. Every time I sat down, she wanted to be in my lap. She was just the cutest little thing. But I have encountered other Chihuahuas that are just total Tasmanian devils and want to terrorize everything. But I don't know. I guess it's just how you raise them, I would think. Miss Nucci's here. Hey, Nucci, how's it going? I have, yeah. And the cats would follow for food. Cats, I don't think they wanted to be in the ice in the Swiss Alps to begin with. I just don't think the cat would have stayed. I don't know. Oh no, good grief, Bramish. I'm trying to tell stories and stuff. I'm sorry about that, about your little chihuahua that passed away. But things like that just happen. I mean, I don't know the whole story, but yeah, little chihuahua. But they can be cool little dogs. They can be, and they can be little terrors as well. But that goes for any dog, really. Depends on how you raise them, what kind of atmosphere you put them in, and how you treat them, and how you react when they're around other people. Now, Robert, like I've told you guys 100 times, out in public he's fine, but here he doesn't want anybody visiting. And not that I get visitors, but you know, hey, auto race. Hey, it's the coffee guy. Oh. And Johnny B, I knew he was. I wanted to put on there his weekend's just started, so I figured he would answer the poll. I gave him an option. But I didn't give Liz an option for chaos over the weekend. But most people had a good weekend. A few people had a mediocre weekend. It happens. But we do have forecasts for today. Bramish and Random are in the future, and they can tell us how everything's going to go today. And I, Johnny, why did you put fingernail painting presents, American flags? You know that. I don't know. Are you getting your nails done today, Johnny? I mean, it's quite all right if you do. It's quite all right if you do. So Random said 7 out of 10. You say 8 out of 10. So as for Mondays go, it should be a pretty decent day. 8 out of 10 is pretty darn good, I would say. So yeah, unless you win the lottery, 8 out of 10 is pretty darn good. So I'd take that anytime. I'll take that anytime. What else did I do over the weekend? I did some little improv class Saturday afternoon, and that went well. Hung out with those guys, had some lunch, and then I went and seen. I told you guys yesterday, if you watched yesterday, I went and watched the Superman movie. It was pretty good. And then after yesterday's little stream, I came home, took a nap, worked in my little garden a little bit, hung out, played some video games, just chilled, relaxed. Took another nap. I think I took 2 naps yesterday. It was pretty good. I relaxed. Oh, here comes Robert. Hey, Robert, you got your bone? Yeah. He decided to bury his bone in the backyard, and now he dug it up and he brought it in here, and he's gonna make the carpet nasty, and I'll have to clean up after him. But there he is. You guys want to see Robert on the floor? There he is. Robert! He's like, what? I got my bone. Leave me alone. Let's see here. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that. Tastimas. I'm just going to call you Tast. I don't know how to say your name. It's Monday. It's always a 10 out of 10 for Johnny on Mondays. Always. Always a 10 out of 10. That's a sad story about your dog. Sorry to hear that. But I don't know what else I can say about your dog. I just apologize. I wish it had been under better circumstances. I don't know. Is that what you say in a situation like that? Maybe. I don't know. Who am I to say? I'm not very good at condolences. You know, I look at death in a different way. I'm just like, it just happens. I don't know. I've only had to of loved ones. The only person I've had to was when my grandmother passed away when I was like 12, and that hit me kind of hard. And it was very. It was like the first time I had to deal with someone I knew and loved that passed away. Um, and I remember that day when my mom told me about it. Um, yeah, but I haven't had any loved ones or relatives or anything pass away since. Well, I take that back. I had two uncles passed away. One I was pretty close to it for a period of time, and I missed that opportunity to spend more time with him. That I regret not spending more time with him. But yeah, as far as relative stuff, my family's kind of scattered. Never really had much touch with them and things like that. So others may have passed away, and I don't even know it. So what are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing you can do. But anywho, I digest and digress and all that other good stuff. But it's been raining all over the place, guys. What is with all this rain everywhere across the country? I know here in the United States we've had these flash floods all over the place. Did Wesley? I think Wesley and them had to pack up and leave. They had um, been issued a warning to seek higher ground or something like that. It's probably I think that's one of the reasons Wesley's not here. Um, he's in Texas and they've had those floods, which is really bad. I don't know what's going on. Bunch of crazy stuff going on. That's all I know. And thinking about crazy stuff and weather, here's another little story I can share with you guys. Back in the 30s, 1931, South Dakota had an infestation of grasshoppers. It was a grasshopper plague. It was completely devouring crops, entire fields of crops, grasshoppers. And the governor was begging for federal assistance to fight it. And I learned a little something about that story, that their eggs and larvae, whatever, in very moist climates will probably be susceptible to mold and things like that, and their population doesn't boom. But if it's in a drier climate, more of their eggs will hatch, and then you'll have a huge infestation, and that's what happened. I mean, the story tells that they were eating corn stalks all the way to the ground. That's how many grasshoppers there were in the fields in South Dakota. They were literally taking corn stalks and devouring them to the dirt. It's just mind blowing to think you go out and then they said there were so many of them. You go out there, be just sticking all over your clothes, bouncing off of you, jumping every which way, and evidently they didn't. Even if they did have natural predators in the area, there's no way they could have consumed that many bugs at once. You know. It was just insane. Wassie's behind on the chat. Uh-oh. It's raining there where you are. I'm trying to read up on the chat on here to see what guys people are saying. But yeah, grasshoppers. Totally devouring crops and wreaking havoc. So, at least you don't have all that going on, right? But the floods and natural disasters, not national, I guess they are national too, but these phenomenons that are happening it's kind of wild, you know? All this rain out of nowhere is just happening all over the South, flooding different areas that you normally wouldn't get flooded. And then, I don't know. Well, at least with the excessive moisture, you won't have a grasshopper infestation, according to this story. So you don't have to worry about that. Always that song, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Good old coffee. Never lets me down. Although I could probably use another cup. I'm drinking through this thing pretty fast. Robert, I wish you wouldn't have brought that thing inside. I shouldn't have bought those things. He loves them. He'll chew on them all day long. These bones that I get him. But with a pet door, he brings them in, and it makes a mess on the floor, and I have to scrub the floor, the carpet anyway. So that's just, what are you gonna do? That's my luck when I know about Robert eating the bone on the floor. What else? You guys got any other stories going on in your neck of the woods? Anything else you guys want to talk about? Nothing? Nobody? Anybody? Guys are kind of quiet over here. Even Terry stopped talking. But he's probably on the road. He did chime in, didn't he? Yeah, there it was. He was chatting earlier. I thought so. I thought Terry was on here. Who else are we missing today? We're missing somebody else. We're missing Wesley, and Leo doesn't show up that often. Yeah, today is so quiet. Creepy quiet. Let's look up some corny dad jokes. We have the internet. Let's look up dad jokes. Ramesh, don't ask. All right, let's bring up the screen. 200 best dad jokes. Let's see what some good ones. So maybe we can get somebody laughing here. All right. That's sad. I always seem to get sick on weekends. I must have weekend immune system. Huh? Oh, we only get sick on weekdays. I totally butchered that one up, didn't I? What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Flop. I don't know why Marvel doesn't use Hulk to advertise more. He's basically one big banner. And here, if you're, what brand of underwear do scientists wear? Calvin Klein. Which days are stronger? Saturdays and Sundays. The rest are weekdays. These are dad jokes. These are bad. What? I don't get that one. My wife asked me for the other day where I got so much candy. I said I always have a few Twix up my sleeve. How do cows stay up at? What? How do cows stay up to date? They read the Moose paper. I know. I'm horrible at these things. Power of Grayskull. Kelvin is a unit of measurement in science. Let's see here. I hate my job. All I do is crush cans all day. It's soda pressing. Ha! Ha ha ha! Jeez. Where do pirates get their hooks? Second-hand stores. These are really bad. Let's let's see here. What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts? A barbecue. Stop. These are really bad. I know these are bad jokes. Let's see what else we got here. It's easy to convince ladies not to eat Tide Pods, but harder to detergents. Oh, detergents. Ah, that's bad. This morning, Sirius said, "Don't call me Shirley. I accidentally left my phone on airplane mode." I like that one. If you know the movie Airplane, that is... that one's funny. I like that one. I like the movie Airplane, though. Let's just hear it. Yeah, we already did the detergent. What's Forrest Gump's password? One Forrest one. That was bad too. If prisoners could take their own mugshots, they'd be called selfies. Okay, that's enough. I can't do any more of those. I like the airplane mode one, though. You'd have to know the movie Airplane to understand that, though. And then when I was at theaters, they did the previews of other movies coming out. And they did the one about the new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson. Now, should have just left it alone. He's not funny. He's just too serious of a character. In all his movies. Liam Neeson and Leslie Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen was the guy that did originally, and he was absolutely hilarious. He was known for the slapstick type comedy and puns and all this other stuff. Liam Nielsen's about having a skill set and he wants to kill people. He's not the funny character that belongs in the movie Naked Gun. It's gonna suck. Why is he laughing? Why am I laughing? Because of corny jokes. They're called dad jokes. There's Wesley. Hey, Wesley! We were worried about you for a minute. You're not getting washed away by floodwaters, are you? Did you have to evacuate? Are you okay? Your shower water turned off when you started reading those jokes? Sorry, Terry. I thought that was Ramesh saying that for a minute. Ran out of water. Who's a comedian you found not funny? What's his name? Oh gosh. The comedian that got in trouble for exposing himself to women all the time. What's his name? Not because of that. I just never found him funny. Gosh, I can't think of his name. Louis C.K. Nah, I thought he's not good. Louis C.K. was not funny. There's a couple other ones that just kind of like not funny. I like ones I can tell you which ones I do like. Bill Burr, Dion Cole. I like Jerry Seinfeld. I like was it the guy Neil Bargatze? He's pretty funny. Fluffy. I don't think he's funny. I don't. That's a more relevant type of yeah. I just don't find his comedy laughable. He tells the same two jokes over and over again with just different names. It's not funny. And he does some sound effects and quirky little things and people are laughing and kind of what's the Jeff Dunham? I think he's not funny either. Find him boring. Yeah. Those guys, I don't know. To each their own. People may love them. People do love them. They sell out auditoriums and whatever else for their shows, but I just don't find the humor in it. But there's a few others. You got to be thinking now. But the real famous ones, Gabriel Iglesias, that's the guy. I don't think he's funny. I don't hate the guy. I just think his comedy is boring. Carrot Top. I thought Carrot Top was funny in his heyday, but I was a kid at the time. Seeing some guy with big red hair making all kinds of goofy things was hilarious to me at the time. Probably not now at this day and age. He has been out on stage, but I haven't watched him. I don't know. Those are the ones that I can think of right off the top of my head. Carrot Top. Yeah, I imagine I probably wouldn't find Carrot Top that entertaining anymore. Now, Rodney Dangerfield, that's a good guy. That's some classic one-liner stuff there. Some of you that don't know should finally watch him and see who Rodney Dangerfield is. I get no respect. That's his tagline. Well, my tagline is have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you've already experienced your day, I hope you have a good night, wherever you may be. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys maybe later this evening. Definitely tomorrow morning. And, yeah. Have a good one, guys. Bye.